3, 2, 1. You guys, it's hot as outside. That's right, it's that time of year where you break a sweat just trying to take out the trash and you burn your hands while trying to put your seatbelt on in the car. Great times. And if you're a dog mom like me, you may have made the mistake of taking your dogs out on a beautiful summer day only to realize you're the worst dog mom in the world. Me and my boyfriend recently took our dogs to Antelope Island. We drove 2 hours in the car to get there, only to realize we f***ed up. My dogs were only outside for about 5 minutes before they started panting to death. But don't you worry, I have since spent hours and hours on the internet researching the best tips on how to keep your dogs cool this summer so you don't have to. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel where every Thursday I post videos helping you become the best dog mom or dog dad that you can be, along with other uplifting videos and the occasional hiking vlog. If you haven't yet, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, hit all the buttons so that you never miss another dog tips video from me. Timestamps are below because I value your time and you already know why you're here, so let's get into it. Hundreds of dogs die from heat stroke every single year. If you didn't already know, dogs don't thermoregulate the same way that humans do. Because of their coat, they don't sweat through their skin, they pant to help bring their body temperature down. So as you can imagine, it's very hard for them to keep cool during the summer months. The first tip I have for you guys is to stay hydrated. You can do this by getting a collapsible dog bowl or a dog water bottle to take with you when you go outside. We love our dog water bottle. It makes life in the summer so much easier. You can also add some coconut water to their water bowl. The electrolytes will help keep them hydrated. You want to do about 1 teaspoon for small breeds and 1 tablespoon for large breeds once a week. Or you could also add in some frozen peas or corn. And if your dog is still refusing to drink more water, you can make some frozen turkey broth cubes. Our favorite is from Open Farm, and I'll leave the code down below where you can get 15% off. All of these will make their water more enticing, as staying hydrated is key during hot weather. The next tip is that you need to find ways to bring their body temperature down. You can do this by getting a cooling vest or a cooling mat to help keep them cool. With the cooling vest, you might want to consider keeping an ice chest nearby that you can regularly dip the vest in to keep it cold. You can also just let them get wet. Let them play in the pool or the lake or the sprinkler. But if none of those are available to you, you can also just spray them down with a hose or a garden sprayer. If you choose to use the garden sprayer, just make sure it's one that you've never used with pesticides before. And if you can, pour the water on their stomach. Since they have less fur here, this will help them cool down faster. Tip number 3, avoid exercising at the hottest times of the day. Take them out for walks or play fetch earlier in the morning or later at night when the sun isn't so high in the sky and the temperature is cooler. Make sure you're stopping for plenty of water breaks and let them sit in the shade. Next tip, keep them off the hot pavement. If the pavement is too hot for your hand, it's too hot for your dog. Consider investing in some doggy shoes and apply a paw balm before and after walks to create a protective barrier and to prevent dryness and cracking. Our current favorite is from Petals and Tails, and I'll leave a code down in the description where you can get 15% off. Tip number 5, have good airflow around them. You can do this by getting a portable fan and using an elevated dog bed or crate. It's also a good idea to use some shade cloths on top of their crates and kennels. Next tip, never leave your dog in the car, even on cooler days. The temperature in your car can increase quickly, especially during those first few minutes. The average car is about 43 degrees higher than the outside temperature. If you're traveling with your dogs, use things like a cooling mat, increase the airflow by rolling down the windows, or use a portable fan, and make sure you're taking plenty of water breaks. Tip number 7, pay attention to their body language and look out for early warning signs of heat stroke. Keep a good eye out on your dog and look for signs such as heavy panting, excessive drooling, and bright red gums. Next tip, make sure you're grooming your dog on a regular basis. Staying on top of your dog's grooming routine will remove excess hair, which will allow their skin to breathe and trap less heat in their coat. Tip number 9, use a slow feeder dog bowl. When your dog's body temperature increases, they are at risk of digestive problems. As they eat the dry dog kibble, their higher body temperature makes it difficult for them to digest it, and they can end up with some serious intestine problems. One way to combat this is to use a slow feeder. It forces your dog to work for the food and can double the amount of time it takes to finish their food. Last tip, have a cool down area in your home. This is especially important if you have a dog who is only allowed outside. This can be a pool or a kiddie pool, or even a shaded and elevated dog bed or crate. Another good idea is to have a cool treat for them to eat when you get home from being outside all day. All the products I mentioned will be linked in the description for you guys. Let me know which tip was the most helpful for you in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.